name is Mavis Corkill. I'm 77 years of age. I started fostering back in 1982 and I fostered into my 31st year, but we had to give it away when my husband was sick near the end. I regret giving it away in some ways. I've thought about going back, but I think at this time of life I'll let it be. Love children. I thought every child should have a chance in life. I particularly like fostering special needs children. I just think a lot of people don't want to do that, and I feel they're as entitled to be loved and cared for as much as any other child. It's just something I love doing and something I could do at home. I was a stay-at-home mum, so it was something I could do at home, and I just really enjoyed it. There's a lot of different reasons children come into care. These days in particular, drugs, people with mental health issues, some people that just don't have the parenting skills to look after the children. They come in for many reasons. They can stay from, you can get them in overnight and then the judge will rule for them to go home the next day. You can get them that they only come for 2 or 3 weeks, maybe because mum's had to go to hospital or something. And then you get the long-term ones that will eventually go into a long-term placement with somebody like an adopted child but not adopted. I've got a couple that have stayed on permanently with me. I've got what they call permanent care of them, which gives you all the same rights as adoption, except they don't get the name change. I think when they go home, a lot of times you're quite happy. There are times when you're not terribly happy, but it's not your decision to make, and you've just got to hope for the best that it does work out. A lot of the time it is okay. I think today's more difficult because of drugs and things like that. But that is the hardest part, when you let them, and particularly when you've done long-term children like I do. Because you get quite attached to them in 12, 18 months and that. She was 8 months old and she'll be 16 well, she was 16 last December, so I've had her since she was a baby. Brittany is a lot of work. She's very limited what she can do. I have to get her up and dressed in the morning. I have to shower her at night. I've got to give her a medication because she is epileptic. A lot of hard work. She is cerebral palsy. She has very poor vision. Legally she would be classed as blind. What vision she's got she uses to the best of her ability. She's got very limited use with her arms. She has a wheelchair if we go out anywhere. At school she has a walking frame when they're outside because she can get knocked over easy, her balance is not good. But very determined child. I think that's why she's got where she is. She loves to have a story before she goes to bed at night. She still likes children's stories as she operates at about 6. A very determined little girl that wants her own way, and we clash at times because of that. But yeah, you do have to do a lot for her. I mean, I mash her vegetables so that it's easier for her to just have to spoon them up. She battles to even use a fork with her meat, but you've got to cut it all up for her. You find your own tea's cold by the time you've finished half the time. But yes, there's not a lot she can do for herself. So yes, you've got to do, even to get her in the car, you've got to help to get her in the car, put her seatbelt on. Yes, there's a lot involved, but you've got to love it to do it. I love knitting. I knit for a couple of different people. That one has stalls, another one they give to people that haven't got anything. I love reading. I love doing puzzles. And I've got a big garden to look after. You just wish them well for whatever they're going to do in the future. I did meet the second child I ever fostered actually just recently. She came back and wanted to know a little bit about her childhood, and she's done quite well for herself. She's a teacher and she's married. And it was really great to see because it wasn't from the best of backgrounds. So, you know, things like that, yes, you just hope you make an impact on their life.